This year's music section of the catalog is particularly rich and contains a lot of names that are quite familiar and a few that I'm sure are not. Amongst the most familiar, of course, would be items relative to Louis Armstrong, Satchmo, a very early photograph of the Fate Maribel Orchestra, probably taken about 1919 or 1920. There's a program signed by John Coltrane, Lot 292, the Rock and Roll All-Stars on Parade. This is dated 1950, and it bears a signature of Coltrane amongst many others, Count Basie and Bill Haley, Ivory Joe Hunter, and so forth. Lot 293 is an original printed score from 1774 of the man who is considered the Black Mozart, Joseph Le Chevalier de Saint-Georges. And it's a concerto for violin. This was published in Lyon in 1774. There are only 5 other copies known of this. 2 are in France, 1 in Holland, 1 in Belgium, 1 in the United States, and the one in the United States is incomplete, as is this one. When I say incomplete, that is to say it's not missing pieces or anything, chunks out of it. It's missing one part, one of the accompanying instruments. Lot 298 is an original Duke Ellington score. In that, I should explain what I mean by that. It's a score for the horn parts, for that's saxophone and brass, for Jump for Joy, as well as sketches for Warm Valley, Brown Skin Girl, and Chocolate Shake. This was done by Ellington probably 1939 or 40. The score is signed by Ellington right at the top of the part that has Warm Valley. Also in this section are 2 very rare pieces relative to the Jubilee Singers, the Fisk Jubilee Singers. Lot 302 is the story of the Jubilee Singers, 1875, and it is signed by all of them, all 10 members. Mind you, these are all ex-slaves who have signed this book. Very rare. The next thing relative to the Fisk Jubilee Singers is Lot 303, which is a photographic placard, and it bears an original photograph, a 6 3/4 by 9 1/8 photograph, albumin photograph, of the singers seated around a piano or harmonium, I'm not sure which. The real star, there are a lot of stars here, but the real star of the music section is an enormous archive of material from the files of Fats Waller's manager, Phil Ponce. There are over 2,500 items organized into 17 extra-large ring binders, 2 smaller notebook binders, and this is really extraordinary. It contains signed contracts, copyrights, receipts, correspondence to and from Phil Ponce, radio scripts by Fats Waller in his hand, as well as mimeographed and handwritten with notes by Waller. This is a treasure trove of material. Waller was just a superstar of the period of the 1930s and 40s. I should say 30s because he died sadly very young in 1942. Phil Ponce apparently saved everything. We have receipts for cash advances that Waller took while on the road, IOUs, and receipts from the Apollo Theater, and so forth. This is, I can't stress how wonderful an archive this is. The military section of the catalog contains a number of really wonderful color lithographic prints, as well as an original piece. Lot 268 is a charcoal sketch of a black Civil War trooper holding a pistol. The artist here, Theodore Russell Davis, sketched this trooper, the caption being 54th Regiment. The 54th Regiment, as you will remember, associated with the movie Glory. And it's a wonderful piece. We also have a lithograph, the gallant charge of the 54th Massachusetts. That's Lot 269. And Lot 270 is a Civil War veterans 1864 parade medal from the 54th Regiment. And that's composed of a little circular piece with the American Eagle and 54th Regiment printed on white silk. Lots 277, 278, 280 are chromolithographic prints These are what would generally referred to as uplift posters or prints. The 277, Our Colored Fighters. 278, Our Colored Heroes, which shows Henry Johnson and Needham Roberts, who fought off an entire German raiding party, just the two of them. And 280, The True Sons of Freedom, is a rare poster, which is the cover of our catalog. There's a large section in the sale, as we like to have every year, on black filmmaking. And we've a number of posters, wonderful posters from the 1920s and 1930s, and some modern material, as well as a large poster for Shaft's Big Score, Gordon Parks' second Shaft film. That's signed by Gordon Parks. That's lot 196B. While I've tried to cover as many high spots as I can, this year is a bit overwhelming. There are a great many high spots and just a great deal of information in the catalog. I suggest you all read through it carefully. If you can, we urge you to come and look at the material. It is all on view. For those of you who can't come, we hope you will be able to take a look online.